Welcome back once again. This is Aluminum Tarot, and I just wanted to start off by saying thanks so much for the first week. There's also a lot of very good comments coming in from Pisces, Libra, Aquarian, and Leo crew. So I'm definitely going to hit you guys up with, some good love readings for this, for this week. So since you showed me love, you guys will be the test subjects for this new series I'm going to try to do for the love readings. Before we get started on that, I just want to let you know that I'm not particularly a love reading type of guy. Partially, I say it this way because I feel that love is something that you have to cultivate internally in order for it to emanate externally. And I think that a lot of these tarot readers focus way too much on the love field. And I don't really think it's as essential as it appears. And plus, it just kind of cultivates some melodrama that I don't really particularly care about, even when it comes to my own readings. I don't want to know who's smashing it with who. I don't want to know who's, in such and such relationship, who's being a twat or any of these types of things in the love relationship per se. This is not something I want to cultivate in my own audiences or readership. I think that it's important that we focus on our self-love more than anything else and our own spiritual development. That being said, I'm going to play around with this reading and see what we get. So, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, I think I was a bit sloppy on the Pisces introduction and outro. So, welcome. This is Aluminum Tarot, and thanks for joining the channel. If you like what you see here, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll go from there. And I do appreciate your support. It means a lot. It helps push the algorithms up, and it also lets me know that what I'm doing is actually paying off. So if you would like a personal reading, if you want to take it a step further and you want a personal reading, please do so by looking at the description box below. I'll be sure to get you sorted with that. And hopefully, we can get some good personal readings for you. I usually offer some very competitive rates. Also, if anyone tries to reach out to you, tries to say, oh, we'll offer you a free personal reading, just follow this WhatsApp account or whatever thing that they decide to set up, please avoid it. It's a scam. I would never reach out to you. You reach out to me. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this. I'm going to pull a relationship reading for the sign of Libra. This is Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Let's get into it. So, what do we have for the sign of Libra? Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What do we have for the sign of Libra? Ooh, that's you. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What do we have for the sign of Libra? Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. For June, we're going to be doing June 2023. What do we have for the sign of Libra in love? For June 2023, who's the relationship most important to Libra in June 2023? Please show me the dynamics of Libra's June 2023. Libra, June 2023 in the romantic department. All right, mutual energy. There you go. Good start. This is like it's like a good old shot of espresso for your reading here. Libra's thoughts. Libra's person's thoughts. Libra's feelings. Wow. Oof. It's a bit frosty here. Winter is going to take place for another 6 weeks. This reading. This person's feelings. Libra's outward actions. Okay, and Libra's person's outward actions. One more card to clarify the thing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. This indicates that someone has essentially been thrown out into the wilderness of someone's heart. They are feeling left out in the cold, feeling a bit of lack, a bit unease, and maybe that resources are a bit finite, not really doing too well, or emotionally they are feeling pretty disparate and are looking for some kind of respite, as we see in the cards here. This is a church and the people outside are lepers. They need to go inside the church in order for them to get to the Six of Pentacles, which is the charity that church grants them. But unfortunately, as 5 is the number of change or sometimes of conflict, the people here need to change their perspectives in order to receive the charity of the people within. That being said, let's psychoanalyze this reading a bit. So in the mutual energies that we've got here, we've got death, which is a slow, painful, arduous, mind-numbingly difficult transition period. Now, either this relationship has ended, but we'll clarify death. Yep. 3. Death clarified by the 3 of Wands. You will be at those shores at the harbor waiting for the rest of your life. So this is a relationship that is basically in a standstill of sorts. And I don't really see a lot happening at this particular moment. Now, even though on the outside it seems that, the relationship has ended and that, there's not much action. Both of you may have moved on, maybe exploring new options, maybe going within. But the relationship is basically undergoing a transformation. One or both of you is waiting for that transformation to complete. And I'm not necessarily sure if this is going to pay off in the end. We'll pull like a signifier for the entire reading. Signifier, what is the overall energy of this reading? King of Pentacles. So overall, this energy indicates that your reading is basically all about laying a new foundation, getting stable, solid, grounded, focusing on the physical world. This is between the both of you. Or at least potentially this could be the advice that this card is signifying here. Firstly, on your end, you have the Page of Cups as your thoughts. Now, either you want to apologize to someone or potentially you want to find something that is a bit more emotionally stimulating, maybe flirt with people, maybe to get out there and find a hobby that makes you feel happy. But overall, I'm getting the message that the Libran side here could potentially want to apologize to someone or to offer some kind of emotional gesture to their person. And we can clarify what this is. What is the Page of Cups about? What's the Page of Cups about? Okay, so it's indicating two things. So this is the Page of Cups energy, which is emotional connection, emotional communication to someone. And this is clarified by the Four of Wands reverse, which indicates instability, a lack of a foundation, a proper foundation. And then also we have the fuckboy card here, the Knight of Wands, which is a card that indicates going out there and kind of having your fun, living your hot girl or guy summer. So this is a person who is thinking about being a wild child, being single and free and not really having much of a care in the world and flirting with random people. And I don't get much stability from this at all. And I guess this is why the King of Pentacles has shown up here as the overall energy. This is maybe saying, okay, maybe get grounded, get stable, focus on the things that really matter, that will leave you with a foundation that you can have for your life. Unfortunately, this person's head is not in it. No pun intended. On Libra's person's side, we have the Ace of Wands reverse, false start energy. So maybe this is a person who's thinking about a particular false start they had with this vagabond here, this free spirit. And this Ace of Wands basically signifies to me either a false start or a loss of interest. Maybe this person's just kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. We will clarify. So we have the Ace of Wands reverse at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Swords. So this is the clarity that this person is gaining. Maybe this isn't worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Let's find out why. Clarify the Ace of Wands reverse. Yeah. So whoever was involved with the Libra here, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, they had this moment where they just lost interest and now they're waiting for life to kind of turn in a new direction. And so hopefully for this person, they will allow the hand of destiny and fate to sort things out in their life. This indicates a more passive, how can I say? A more passive approach to making massive changes, because this is a major arcana card. I think that they realized that this person wasn't necessarily their best option. So Libra, if this is you, or you can take it vice versa, depending on how the energies resonate, please do that. This is a person who just kind of realized that, maybe this isn't worth it. I'm going to just move on and kind of do my own thing, or I'm going to wait for a better opportunity to come into my life. Meanwhile, we have the Page of Cups, giving this cup to the Knight of Wands, which is basically running off. I see this person in kind of like a hookup phase for their entire thinking process. So looking at that, we have the feelings, the feels. And unfortunately, on this side here, I don't get much feelings at all. You have the Knight of Swords reverse. You have the King of Swords reverse. This is the person who is cold, calculated, conniving, whatever C's you want to add into that. I'm not going to say all of them because of fear of YouTube, Lord YouTube. But overall, this is a person who has zero emotional involvement in anyone. And again, there are 3 court cards on the Libra's side, or whoever the Libra is dealing with. You take it as it resonates. But you have probably a lot of people in this person's energy, which is, to me, definitely a symbol of hookup culture. So if you are dealing with a fuckboy or a fuckgirl, then you know that this reading here is for you. That said, we're going to clarify your side, well, the other person's side, the other energy side. Looking away from all of this chaos on this side, the person that the Libra is dealing with, or vice versa, is deciding to set themselves on a new path to learn something new. Potentially, they may friend zone this person. They may turn their attention towards a new seed that's a bit more pragmatic. Because on this side, we have a little bit more lack of interest in the passionate side and movement more towards the pragmatic. So from passion to pragmatism, guided by the hands of destiny. And I think in this particular reading, what it's saying is that you feel like just kind of moving on and doing something new. You feel like saying, okay, well, here you go. Let's just be friends, agree to disagree. I'm going to do my thing. You go do your thing. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Wow. Guess who came back out? Five of Pentacles. So we definitely know that in this reading, the feeling side, the Five of Pentacles, is on this person's side. So Libra has basically screwed over someone here, and now this person is desperately trying to focus on their stability. And I think I just pulled that for a Pisces. So Pisces, if you're thinking about a Libran who has done you dirty, then this reading is yours. So you have 1, 6, that's 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 Pentacles, 1 plus, 1 plus 2 equals 3. So when we think about the Three of Pentacles, we also think about what it would have taken for this relationship to have worked out. And unfortunately, it just weren't there. Right in the middle here, you have someone who wanted to breadcrumb. Maybe this person felt breadcrumbed. This person feels left out in the cold and feels friend zoned by whoever was doing the fuckery over here. And this is a clear indication that, this person is definitely in their feels. They've lost interest, passion. They feel this way. They think that this has been a complete false start. They feel like, oh, good God, take me out of this misery. Or they think that, rather. They're thinking about what fate has in store. As far as the feelings are concerned, friend-zoned, breadcrumbed, left out in the cold. So hit it and quit it, forget it. That's basically what happened. I feel sorry for the person on the right of this reading because it seems like they were done quite nasty. That being said, Libra, the way you're responding outwardly is the High Priestess. So this is a person who's not really saying much, keeping their secrets to themselves, and basically does not really want to reveal too much about what's happening behind the veil of their own thoughts. And this is a person, however, that is left in a state of competition. They're competing with others. They're also, sowing a bit of chaos and discord around them. So I think I strongly get that this Libra has been dealing with the Pisces, because the Pisces reading was basically this reading reversed. We're going to find out a little bit more about these outward actions. Tell me more about the outward actions of Libra. Yeah. Libra is like, you know what? Don't care. Doing my own thing. I'm happy. I'm smug. I'm content. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, keeping their secrets, competing, and being smug and arrogant about it. I get that feeling strongly in this. This is a level 10 playboy, playgirl. No emotion. Thinking about who they're going to hook up with next. And their outward actions are basically to be smug about the chaos that they're sowing and keep it a secret. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the person involved in this particular reading, you have the Fool, which is basically taking a leap of faith, doing something new, and the Queen of Cups. So maybe this person is taking a leap of faith on the things that they find important in their life. They may want to say, okay, you know what, screw this. I'm going to go do my own thing. But first, before I'm going to do that, I'm going to sit with my emotions and kind of reflect on what's taken place. Because right now there's a lot of heartache here. I feel left out in the cold. I feel breadcrumbed, not treated as if I'm fully valued. I also feel like I'm worth this to this Libra, or vice versa, where I am just a teeny tiny pentacle of value in this person's life. And I'm used as a resource, just like a pentacle, whether that's for sex, attention, validation, which is another reason why I don't do tarot readings based on love too much, because that is really 2023 in a fucking nutshell, where people are basically, there is no love, there is only validation, there is only Instagram, there is only the morning after, whether that's a pill or a thought. I really, this is a pretty dodgy reading here. And if you are experiencing the throes of a hit it and quit it situation, then my heart goes out to you, because we have all been there. And the minute I say that, look at what's happening at the bottom of the deck. It's the Three of Swords. Speak of the devil. That goes without saying that that is what this person on the right side is feeling. They're feeling that heartbreak. And yeah, they're definitely going through it. They may be wanting to come out of this mental prison that they have felt themselves stuck in due to the heartbreak that has been at the hands of this Libra, or vice versa, the Libra who is dealing with heartbreak due to someone else's actions. I'm not blaming you, Librans. I just know that the energies here are pretty clear, cut and dry. Additionally, you've got the Four of Swords, which is another Libran card. So you have 3 Libran cards here. And all of these point to healing, getting over the pain and disappointment of a past heartbreak, which is indicated here by the Ace of Cups. Unrequited love, as many tarot readers look at it. So I could go on with this. I mean, the cards are basically telling you, yeah, someone was playing games with you and treating you like an option, treating you like rubbish, and you felt in your heart of hearts defeated from all of this, or the person you're dealing with felt defeated and now wants to close out the cycle. So, that said, I'm going to pull some cards of advice. I think it's important that we kind of get to the bottom of that. I'll pull you a card. One card of advice for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What card have we got for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? Card of advice have we got for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? Card have we got for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? So, we're going to see what the Oracle cards here, the Moonology Oracle cards, have in store for you. Maybe this will shed a little bit more light on the situation. That wants to come out. Communication is key. New Moon and Gemini. Now, when I think of New Moon and Gemini, I think of someone who is basically not receiving the communication or the clarity that they want in this particular relationship. Communication is key, because without it, of course, you're left in the dark. And I do definitely see a person left in the dark here, especially on the right side of this reading. This person is seeking answers. They want closure. They're feeling hurt, left out in the cold. There's not much water on this, with the exception of the tiny amount that's in the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups. This is a person deeply in their feelings, deeply lost in their own thought. Whereas the person on this side is just kind of a ball of a nightmare of energy, going out there, smashing around, creating God knows what kind of situations. They seem kind of like a wreck too. Like, I'm getting, dare I say, narcissistic vibes, because when you have this much air energy in a person's feelings, not only that, but you have the Knight of Swords reverse, and the King of Swords reversed, when you have the two of those together, this is a person that's refusing to communicate because it gives them the upper hand. It gives them the kind of sense of power to be able to do that, to the person on this side who is feeling left out in the cold, breadcrumb, treated like an option, an invaluable smidgen of value with this small, pentacle that hasn't even gestated yet. So communication is key, yet we see that the door to communication is completely locked on this person's side, this Libran side. So that is a very unfortunate thing, because I think whoever is on this end here needs to just realize their own worth, like the King of Pentacles. And in doing so, they can see that this person here is worthless, or vice versa. Perhaps if you are the Libran that is doing this to someone else, kind of consider the consequences of those actions, because it will come back to bite you in the arse. And it would be better for you to channel this King of Pentacles energy, something a bit more stable, well-rounded. And I think it would do you proper in the long run, rather than you wasting your time on fruitless pursuits and endeavors. You would actually be able to build something of substance that will last a long time. Now, of course, the current climate does not always allow that to happen, but you never know. So I'm not really sure if there's anything else. Maybe I can pull a card of advice from the tarot deck. What should the person on the right do? What should the person on the right do? Yeah. I'm going to pull this in the upright, because I don't think it in the reverse does it justice. If we read it in the reverse, it would. This is a person that doesn't really understand their worth, finds that there's something that perhaps this relationship will never grow into anything of substance. So if you're pining over someone, or if you're trying to process the emotions and the thoughts that you have about this person who had done you wrong, realize that, number one, this person lacks the emotional depth or maturity, or even status to kind of give you what you're looking for. And to an extent, this will never grow into anything fruitful. But this is you. This is the Libra card, the Empress. This is a person who is of high status, high value, someone who knows their worth, someone who is abundant, fertile. And this is a person to whom all the queens of the universe become when they combine their powers. This is your card, Libra. Become the Empress. That's it. So once again, this is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much again for joining this experimental love reading. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, subscribe, and tell all your friends and family about this new channel that is taking place on the interwebs. If you also would like personal reading, please reach out. You can do so at the website. I'll do my best to streamline the process of doing that, so that way you can get a reading without having to go through, the first and second steps on the website. I think it's not really well thought out, but I'll get that sorted ASAP. Also, that's pretty much it. That's your love reading for June 2023. Thanks so much for joining, and until next time, take care. Bye now.